slavery, just to fast-track TPP. Kerry whitewash slavery, just to fast-track TPP.
No more traffic slaves, no more mass graves, no more traffic slaves, no more mass graves.
Today,
no more
the people who have gathered here with me today are here to talk about something far more serious, far more terrible. Because when we thought our jobs would be sent overseas because of the TPP, what we're now discovering is that not only will our jobs disappear, but in losing millions of jobs, we may also be losing millions of people by sending them into wage slavery and human trafficking. And that's why we're here today.
We're really glad that the link between the TPP and human trafficking is being focused on today.
In view of these realities, both the Obama administration and the United States Congress could be poised to take a terrible step backwards in the struggle for human freedom, in the struggle for the ending of global human trafficking.
I just came from a press conference early today about slave trafficking, and Amnesty International even addressing the issue. It's not an issue of discussion. We stand against the exploitation of women.
Just recently in Malaysia, they discovered about 139 bodies in a mass grave. We know that there are dozens of forced labor camps. In fact, some estimates say up to 2 million people are in wage slavery in Malaysia alone.
Trade is more important to the U.S. than the issue of slavery. Americans need to hear that deep and deeper down and deep. Trade is more important to the U.S. than the issue of slavery.
So it is for us who are faith-based communities to stand up for justice and to defend those who cannot defend themselves and to speak truth to power.
It's not a future of the 1%, it's the future of all. So Pakistan USA Freedom Forum asks every Muslim and every immigrant, please take a stand for the humanity, because that's the future.
This isn't an issue about, Southeast Asia. It's also an issue about southern Brooklyn, because in my community in Bay Ridge and in Dyker Heights, recently there have been human trafficking arrests all around my neighborhood. I think about 13 spas were arrested earlier this year for human trafficking and for forced sex labor.
Human trafficking is a $32 billion industry. It's a $32 billion industry, and the U.S. is not only complicit, it is a player in this industry.
I'd like you to think with me a little bit about the issues we've been addressing here today. Think about bad wages, not just for Americans, but all across the world. Think about secret policy planning, which is so critical to the TPP. Think about how the TPP is going to encourage private corporations to undermine the national laws, not only of the United States, but of all the partner nations, to undermine those laws that might protect the people or the environment. Think about these ruined lives. Think about sex trafficking, human trafficking, and now murder. And I want you to understand that all of these evils have one root in one tree. They're all connected. All of them have to do with the love of money. Yes, the love of money, the root of all evil.
Anything to rob people of their honor, their dignity, and their life is wrong. TPP is wrong.
In the fight against human trafficking, we are also fighting to hold accountable human traffickers. And that's virtually impossible at this day and age, because when the TPP says, when the U.S. government says that it will cover up, that is tantamount to saying it guaranteeing impunity for human traffickers. It'll be even more difficult. This is a million steps backward in the fight against human trafficking to cover up what's happening in Malaysia.
And so when we oppose the TPP, when we hold Malaysia and the U.S. accountable for murder and trafficking and violence and for this greed, as we call it, when we do these things, we are laying an axe at the root of the tree of all evil, where money is more important than men and women.
So you have to ask yourself, what good is this deal? And it's important. I always remind everyone when they're at an event like this isn't politics. This isn't an issue that we're protesting. This is our lives, right? This is our time. This is our watch. And in this case, our government, our president, our State Department is rubber stamping some of the worst human rights violations that we can find anywhere on the face of the earth.
And so today, we come, Presbyterian Church USA, the Washington Interfaith staff community, and others who have been working on these issues, calling on the Obama administration to step back for a minute, to rethink Malaysia's participation in TPP.
I today say, as the chairman of the Justice Committee of the Islamic Leadership Council, we condemn TPP as immoral and unjust.
It's hard to believe when you hear the things that the speakers are saying that it can possibly be true. But it is true, and it is happening, but we can stop it. There's still time. So if you've heard these speakers' voices, if you're watching any of the video, please tell everyone you know, the time is now, we must act. Thank everyone for being here today. And I just wanted to quickly thank all the groups who helped put this event together. Big Apple Coffee Party, Carolyn Maloney Constituents for Trade Justice, Expose the TPP, USA, Flush the TPP, Fox Valley Citizens for Peace and Justice, Global Justice for Animals and the Environment, MoveOn.org, New York for Wales, People Demanding Action, Popular Resistance, Occupy Bergen County, People Demanding Action, Sierra Club Atlantic Chapter, Stephanie Lowe Artists Inc., and System Disorder and Trade Justice New York Metro.
Kerry, whitewash slavery, just to fast-track TPP. Kerry, whitewash slavery, just to fast-track TPP.
No more traffic slaves, no more mass graves, no more traffic slaves, no more mass graves, no more traffic slaves, no more mass graves, no more traffic.
Human rights are what we need, but TPP is corporate greed. Human rights are what we need, but TPP is corporate greed.
No more traffic slaves, no more